In this issue, we crochet a mobile phone exclusive small bag. It's cute and practical to hold in your hand. The wool chooses the conspicuous bag, no, 2. with 4.0毫米 crochet. Hemming. Set aside a piece of thread for suturing. After the starting needle is completed, hook 55 lock pins. "55 stitches over. Return to the penultimate lock pin bar. A thread from the fan in the back of the lock pin. Crochet a pull needle here. Continue later on each stitch. Each crochet a lead needle. A total of 12 lead needles were crocheted. "12 lead pins complete. Crochet 14 short needles in sequence at the back. Put the marker buckle on the first short needle. "14 stitches end. Add another stitch to the next stitch. Crochet 2 short needles. Put the marker buckle on the second short needle. The next stitch also adds 1 stitch. Crochet 2 short needles. Put the marker buckle on the first short needle. Next, crochet the 14 short needles in sequence. "14 stitches end. Place the marker clasp on the last pin. Back crochet 12 lead needles in sequence. Hook a lock pin when the first row is complete. Flip. Next, crochet the second row. Second row starts. You need to pick 1 thread at the back half of each needle. Crochet. Crochet 12 lead needles in sequence on the second half of the needle. "12 stitches end. At the position of the mark buckle. Start crocheting 15 short needles in sequence. Put the marker buckle on the first short needle. "15 stitches end. In 2 marks, crochet 2 short stitches on each fastener. Add the second needle to the first needle. Put the mark buckle on it. In the second needle, put the marker buckle on the first pin. Crochet 15 short needles in sequence at the back. The 15th short needle is hooked at the position of the marking buckle. Place the marker clasp on the 15th pin. Back crochet 12 lead needles in sequence. Second row ends. The third row first hooks a lock pin. Flip. In the second half of each needle entry, crochet a lead needle on each. A total of 12 lead needles were crocheted. "12 stitches end. At the position of the mark buckle, start crocheting 16 short stitches in sequence. Put the marker buckle on the first short needle. "16 stitches end. On the 2 pins of the marking buckle. Each crocheted 2 short needles. Put the marker buckle on the second short needle. Put the marker buckle on the first short needle. Then crochet the 16 short needles in sequence. The 16th short needle is hooked at the position of the mark buckle. Place the marker clasp on the 16th pin. Then crochet the 12 lead needles in sequence. Third row ends. 4th to 6th rows in the back. Keep crocheting. Each row, both need to be on these 2 pins of the mark buckle. Each crocheted 2 short needles. Crochet 12 lead needles on each side of the weave. Add 1 pin to each row in the middle. End of 6th row. The number of needles from row 7 to row 23 does not change. The mark buckle in the middle can be removed. Every next row. 12 pole pins on each side. There are 42 needles in total at the short needle. Row 23 ends. Row 24, after crocheting 12 lead needles and 19 short needles. Next, we start to reduce the needles. Crochet. Hook the line on each of these 2 stitches. Then the crochet winding goes through all the coils at once. Subtract 1 stitch like this. Subtract another stitch from the back. Cut off the 2 stitches like this. Half part. Crochet 19 short needles and 12 lead needles in sequence. Put the marker buckle on the first short needle. After the 24th row ends, row 25, first crochet 12 lead needles and 18 short needles in sequence. Start the needle reduction at the position of the marked buckle. Subtract 2 stitches in total, 2 stitches and 1 stitch of 2 short stitches. Second half, crochet 18 short needles and 12 lead needles in sequence. After placing the marking buckle on the first short needle, face part, continue crocheting the 18 short stitches in sequence and 12 pole pins, the next rows 26 to 29. Keep crocheting. Each row is crocheted with 12 lead needles on each side. Cut 2 stitches from each row in the middle. End of row 29, cut the line. Suture next. The suture needle passes through 2 adjacent threads of the needle mesh. 1 stitch for 1 stitch. When sewing to the position of the mark buckle, the insertion position here has changed. You need to pick a thread on the outside of the needle head to sew. Side stitching completed. Hide the thread into the contents. The other side of the bag, suture using the same method. After the sewing on both sides of the bag body is completed, turn it over to the front pocket and fold it down. Finally, sew a magnetic buckle on the mouth of the bag. Then install the pearl chain. In this way, our handbag is complete. See you next time!